All right, so basically, you feel for the bone that the person sits on. All right, so we're there. Bump of the hip, highest point there, halfway in between. That's where we're going to go. All right, so the prominence of the hip there, the bone that we sit on, halfway in there, and we're going to be working in there. This may cause bruising. Deep thumb pressure or T-bar. I don't like using my thumb. Or T-bar. So you can use something like this. Or I like this. I use this for trigger points. So point of hip, points in there. So I'm going to go in there. Go underneath. So get the most inferior pin and stretch. To me it makes more sense to go downwards because then you can just lean into it. So my thoughts on this, unofficial, is why stay at the inferior edge of that ligament. So basically I'm thinking move it up a little bit, half an inch each time. Push in, lean in rather than push, and do this all again. And from Crystal's technique, she pushes and lets go. So being true to Thai, we'll do it that way. Go up a little bit higher. The next time you do this on a client, you could probably go deeper with the tool that you use. How'd that feel?
Awesome, that was good.
So we define the spot. So we reach around for the bone that she sits on. Where are we? There we are. Right, so we're there. We feel for the hip, the highest point on the hip, there. And you go halfway in between, that would be the middle. We're going to go a little bit down from there and work our way up. So we're going to be in this area here. So you get a good grab on that. And go to that way. There, right? So you just lean into that. Hand on the hip capsule. And I figure heading downwards would be the way to go. So a lot of leaning. Alternatively, I'm grabbing the leg, I'm stretching that joint out. So although it's a bit more difficult to do, let's try it that way. Oops. Oh, yes. Yeah, we found something, right. Yeah, pretty much you don't need to go sliding down the leg on that. That'd be silly. But certainly not just moving up, but getting into the leg to grab it. So now I'll move half an inch up. Oh, found something. Right, so try this again. I mean, it all works because everything's connected in here. You've got ligaments and then you've got fascia. So you're stretching something, you're making a difference. And then go for the leg. And you come up half an inch higher. Sit up. Right.
Cramping my foot.
And if it's too much, don't go so deep. You just know when she does this on me, she's going to go deep. Payback. It's a much higher. One way to know you're on the right spot is if she twitches or squirms, but that doesn't allow you to go all the way up. All right, how's that feel?
Ooh, that was intense.
Yes. Yeah, it's really getting in deep. The hip flexor stretch. Piriformis. All right, to find the piriformis, it goes from the point of the hip to the sacrum. So the sacrum is a wedge in here. So basically, if you feel for the tailbone, which would be in there, that's where it starts. It goes from there up there. So it's this area here. Point of the hip, tailbone up there, all of that. It's palm, fist, or if you can get it, knee into this area. So under there, hand is there. Yeah. So, and then you just bring this back and around.
Okay.
Right. Right, because now you can see getting the knee in here, you could do a lot more. Yeah, so you can really...
Is this a psoas stretch?
No, this is the hip flexor stretch.
Psoas is a hip flexor.
Well, okay, so yeah, it's doing that too.
Okay.
Because yeah, it's connected high up on the inside, going up the front here, so that's banana bending it. So yeah, that's definitely one of the stretches in there.
Okay.
Yeah, just lean back for this. So yeah, you can either put your hand in there to get the edge.
Oh yeah, that's definitely doing something.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah. That's a good stretch.
And then you can adjust the edge to go lower, or you can get your fist in there, or edge on.
Oh, nice stretch. Whew, I feel stretched out.
Okay, top of the hip, tailbone, bottom there. Right. Then get this here. Lean and lean. There we are. I can feel muscles twitching underneath here.
Ooh, thanks.
Okay.
Good.
Oregon Coast Aquarium. Nice place. Wait,
Oh.
next. Lumbar connective tissue stretch. Lunge is this position, right? One leg in front of the other. Lunge. So this involves facets, and they are aligned in the sagittal plane. So we got left and right,
Yeah.
up and down,
Sagittal is
and
side.
side to side. So that's the sagittal plane.
Sagittal is sides.
Yes.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, side to side. Yeah. So we're going to be pushing. Pretty much, you start in the middle, then you go to the bottom one, the top one. So middle of the lumbar, thumb on thumb. Lunge position, and you pretty much just push forward. So I figured we'd do it both sides, between the spinous process and the lateral process. So you just lean into it until you feel a release, a softening. I can feel stuff softening in here, slight motion. Come out slowly, get down to L5.
So you're on the side of the vertebrae.
Yeah, between I'm touching the edge of the spinous process with the lower part of my thumbs, and so I'm in the groove between that and the lateral process.
Is this like working on ligaments?
Yes. Lumbar connective tissue stretch, so they're saying it's not just the ligaments but everything in the area. Fascia, there is a fascial diamond here which starts just above my thumb, just into the thoracic area, which goes wide and then back down to down the sacrum. So that's a fascial grand central, because tensions on one can be easily transmitted to anywhere else in the body. So that goes up there and then down there.
Okay.
There. So you've got that fascia on top. So see where was I was in there. L4 would be there, right? Right. There's the spine, and if you go just up from there, so you can see where I'm pushing on it. So there's the spine there, just a little bit up there. So you're going to go 3, 5, 1, 4, 2. Get your thumbs in there. And you lunge. So you're leaning into it. This side feels tighter, stiffer. So it would suggest more restricted. Alright, so you find the ribs, they curve up, get in there. This is a more definite feel to it of releasing, so this one's working nicely. 5 was really stiff. See how 4 is doing. So 4 would be in there. So what you might see is the marks in there, so you know where you've been. It can help get in between. Yeah, it's just L5. L5 was tight, didn't want to move much. 4's doing okay. It gives a little bit at the start, but now it's slowed down. And now it's giving. Okay. Yeah, you just had some issue with, so you need more work on L5. Okay. Now, for all of those, constancy, a steady push, no shaking, no vibration, no movement, just steady push. Thoracic connective tissue stretch. So this is the same thing as we saw last time, only we're doing it on the thoracic.
Okay.
So, find the ribs, find the groove, so where I start, end. So yeah, we're in there. And so yeah, we're just, I think Crystal's being nice to me. She's not correcting what I'm doing because she's the expert. Maybe you can edit out a whole bunch of my commenting.
No.
No? I'll have to add this to my repertoire because there's one client that likes to have a vertebrae separated, and I have to go in with one finger in between every one, just leaning into it and then twisting a bit, so because there's like 3 ligaments deep inside there, and I have to get my thumb right into where they all join and then push straight down for one and then lean backwards to push the upper one and then forward to push and then I'm on to the next one.
Okay.
And so yeah, that did the job for opening up her back. Yeah, you might have to do that for, say, a footballer, somebody getting a lot of impacts, and now they're finding that it's difficult for them to twist. Difficulty to twist would definitely suggest doing this and the one I was describing. For those of you that don't want to use your thumbs, getting a device would also work. So that could be more penetrating, but thumbs up on the thumbs. So Crystal might edit this out, but when I was in massage school, I used my thumbs a lot, like any rookie. And pretty quickly I couldn't use one thumb, so I used the other. Pretty quickly after that, I couldn't even use that one. So now I was in massage school and I couldn't use my thumbs. So I learned to work without my thumbs, and it was great.
But
So
why couldn't you use thumb?
because I was doing a lot. I was doing everything with my thumb.
And what happened?
And it just said enough.
Like, what was this? What happened? You had pain?
Pain, yeah, pain, stiffness, swelling, redness there. It was just not happy because I was doing a lot of work. So I then learned to use my fingers instead and did everything like that, moving. Oh yeah, plus the benefit of this tool is you can do two at the same time. Yeah, so so I came out of massage school not using my thumbs after that. So yeah, when you ask me to use thumbs, it's like, uh-oh.
And when I was in massage school, I had the same problem with my thumbs too.
Uh-huh. And what did you do about it?
Almost want to drop out.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, it was my retirement plan.
Really?
But yeah, because I couldn't see myself staying in emergency medicine
Why?
all those years. Well, because I looked around and they were all young people. I mean, how many people, retired from it?
Why not?
Well, because it's physically demanding. And when you get up to your 60s, it's like, I want something a little bit more easier. And you've seen people doing CPR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Newer rules is don't do it more than 2 minutes because you can't do it effectively. We were doing it for longer than 2 minutes, until they said, hey, you should hand off, get ready to hand off sooner. So yeah, I was carrying EKG monitor, O2 tank in its bag, and a backpack. So I had 3 things that I was carrying. And then we get the patient on the stretcher, and so then we had to roll the stretcher around, pulling it, pushing it. No time to stretch, it's go, 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 go.
I do thumb these lines in Thai massage, but I don't do it to this extent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just thumbing up and down the line.
Yeah, this is more medical massage, and I'm focused on something, and so I do it fully.
There's actually 2 lines on each side
Yeah.
that I thumb up and down, so there'll be 4 lines on the back.
Okay. Seated thoracic spine stretch.
Oh boy!
Seated shoulder
I'm
stretch.
really loosening some stuff up.
Yeah.
It's like cracking when I'm moving. Oh, I really beat the hell out of my spine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, you'd be able to stretch in all sorts of new ways.